What's up, everybody? I'm Spencer King. To my left is Jeff Walsh.
Here I am
and
on the
this
left.
Is The Meltdown, your weekly show where two grown men take comic books way too serious. If this is your first time joining us, we're going to post our conversation piece by piece, Monday through Thursday.
Yep, that's what we do.
Until you get the whole kit and caboodle
Big fatty.
on Friday.
Yep.
Hey, here you are, and this is us doing our show. I did it.
You did it.
Here we go.
Yeah, there was the whole...
The motor's
we gotta
on.
go.
Yeah, the motor's on.
Where are we going?
We're going to go right into it.
Into what?
I think first off, we should address last week.
Wait, there was a last week? Because when I went to YouTube, there sure wasn't.
That's what happened, you know?
Yeah.
So
you know how, like, there's, like, technical things?
right, they have
like-
to work together.
So you know how, like, there's, like, technical electricity going here and over there?
The web everywhere
And then,
here.
there's,
yes.
like, things up there and dually thingies.
buttons and switches.
Yeah, some of those didn't work last week, and what we thought we recorded an episode, turns out we didn't.
No, we
Eh.
did. It was recorded, but in most of the wrong ways.
Most? All. I would go with all the wrong ways.
It looked nice.
Okay, so 99% of the wrong ways.
Right.
Yeah. So, hey, there was no episode
No,
last
you're not
week.
going crazy.
No.
There was no episode last
Yeah,
week.
we just, this is hard.
Right.
It's really, there's a lot more to doing this than, I'm supposed to start this. There we go. My timer for the show.
Yeah.
There's a lot more to doing this.
Just like that. There's like so much, to make things easy, but it turns out things can be hard. So mad props to all of the other
Oh, man.
YouTubes out there, like doing it. Cause
It's really, I don't like if you don't care about what you're doing, this is easy.
Yep.
Like if you're just recording your show from like your phone,
Yep.
and like it's all crap, like we really do want this to be
Right.
not garbage,
Right.
and like we got like lights and
Cameras
and there's actions.
Wow.
Yeah.
Whoa.
What are you doing?
That was action.
I got some action that happened in my stomach right now. The whale noises.
Oh.
Gosh darn, these sleeves roll up, and then this farmer tan just, like, it's glaring. Look at,
You're not
Jeez.
a farmer.
well, no, but it's like the sun, and I only wear t-shirts. That's what they call it. Isn't that what they call it? Isn't it called a farmer tan?
Yeah.
But I don't farm.
No.
Stardew Valley, I do.
That's right, you do.
Did you play Stardew?
No.
Did they not release it on the PlayStation?
No. It's coming to something else, though. That's not the PlayStation. Probably the Xbox.
Man, that game's good.
Yeah, it is. You know what else? No, what else is good?
Pokemon.
Yup.
I'm just saying, there's a DS right here, and then he has one over there too. Because after this, we're gonna do some battling and Pokemoning.
Yeah, it's really good. It's so good, though. Pokemon's really good.
I am so deep
Yeah.
into Sun and Moon,
I feel like
or as some people are calling it, S&M.
S&M.
Yeah, Pokemon S&M
Pokemon S&M.
or Sumo
Sumo.
is way less dirty. So Pokemon S&M.
What's wrong with S&M? I don't know. I've never tried it.
Yeah, I'm not into getting the crap beat out of me by
that
my
what that
wife.
is?
I don't know.
I
Yeah,
just-
isn't S&M like where you like get
Not-
beat on and whipped and chained and like ball gagged and
the further you go, the less I want to make the joke I was gonna say.
okay?
Because when you first said just getting beat up on, I was like, oh, it sounds like elementary school. But then you said ball gag and
yeah, so elementary school.
ah,
Your first grade teacher didn't.
nope.
I don't even remember my first grade teacher's name.
I remember in
and they
first
did
grade-
not molest me. I swear. That was just a bad joke.
As far as you know, who knows what repressed memories are under your floorboards?
I have floorboards.
So in first grade, I remember this one time I was in class and I thought I could, for some reason, I had a piece of something on my desk and I thought if I was like, oh, I'll just yawn and throw it across the classroom because I don't want it on my desk and see if I can get away with it.
Did you?
Nope.
Sweet.
I got in trouble.
So I used to take like the clicky pens.
Yeah.
And if you unscrew them and then pop that clicky thing out with the spring and
yeah.
the clicker,
Yeah.
and you flip it around with the spring, you could actually lock that clicker in and then use the click, and it would launch
Shoot it.
out like a cannon.
Yeah.
Those onion rings are coming back to just. It's the other end he needs to worry about. Well, that end's kind of. Anyways. So What I would do is I would just tie like a string to it, and then it would be tied to the pen, so I could just launch it, and then it would just like go to the edge of the desk because I wasn't paying attention.
Why would you?
Yeah, and I'm busy making pen cannons.
Yeah.
And I once just accidentally wasn't tied and popped that sucker, and it went like 5 desks up.
Oh.
The teacher saw it, and then it took all of a quarter of a second. Because like the whole row in front of me was like all the good kids.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, and then like the person next to me wasn't. They were paying attention.
Right.
So it was like the teacher was like it went like click, and I watched the teacher just go right to me.
Oh,
and I was like,
man.
Balls.
Yeah.
Detention.
No.
I got so much detention.
Did you?
Yeah,
I didn't.
I got so much detention my last year in middle school.
Okay.
That 3 weeks before, or no, it wasn't. It was let's go halfway through summer.
Okay.
The school called and told my parents
Okay.
that he has so much detention from last year he didn't serve. He's starting the new year with detention.
But you're not even in middle school anymore, right?
Yeah.
But you still had to serve detention?
So what they said was I had to serve. So like the first week of that school, it was private school. My parents sucked.
Oh, I mean, I went to private school too.
So that
Wasn't
first
bad.
week was like you got out at noon or whatever.
Okay.
I had to serve from noon to 5 every day.
Okay.
And then the next week was from 3 to 6 for the next 2 weeks. So I had
Wow.
so it was 5 hours
Oh.
a day for the first week. So that's 25.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And then 15 more, so 30. So 55 extra detentions for my first week of school.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
And look where it's got you.
And then my parents were like, no, he's not coming back. So
Sick. There you go. That's one way to get out of detention.
yeah, it was great.
So, kids, if you've learned anything, get so much detention.
Get so much attention, your parents are forced to pull you out.
There you go.
Yep. We already talked about pulling out, though.
Oh, we did.
Yeah.
We absolutely did.
Yeah.
I think it made it up on the internet.
It might have. There's 2 full episodes that haven't.
Lost into the ether.
Oddly enough, for the exact same technical problem.
Yeah. It just takes you maybe 2 fails to figure it out.
Hey, and then one day our channel was deleted, so.
Wow.
But it's back. Well, if you're watching this, we're back. Welcome back to us.
Hey, here we are.
And
there you are.
There you go. Yeah, I still
here
don't
we
know what
go.
happened there, but whatever.
Ah, yeah, same. So,
Yeah.
I need to send a text out real quick.
Do you?
Yep. It's kind of it's
I'm
a thing.
assuming it's important.
It is.
Cool. So I'll just talk with you guys for a second. By the way, because you're
I'm done. It was important though.
Good talk, guys.
It was.
Good talk. We had a good talk. It's like I really felt the connection there in our private time as he texted. Like I was connecting deeply with you. I hope you connected deeply with me, and we just have like this connection.
Yep.
That was super deep.
Super.
But now that he's back, oh dang it, it's like you wait for me to look at you, so I have to watch you drink water
take my
weird.
Time,
Oh, jeez.
Like, but for real, I really do have to make this one last.
Oh God, it makes me sick to watch.
All right.
Dude, I'm almost. Oh, my water's almost half gone already.
It took us a while to get started.
It did, and I'm thirsty.
Priming that engine. Now we're roaring.
Dude, but seriously. So, do you have any idea what your team on Pokemon's going to be yet when you're done?
Yes. Remember, I wanted to do that type chaining.
No.
Okay, so for my story team,
Yeah,
I picked Litten, right?
Yeah.
And Incineroar, the last one.
Yep.
Don't even have him yet. Whatever.
Yeah.
He's Fire Dark.
Yep.
And then so I'm gonna get a dark something else, and then something like a dark poison.
Oh,
and then I'm
you
gonna go
like
poison grass.
yeah.
And then grass
Yeah.
psychic, and then psychic electric, and that's how I'm gonna chain it.
Okay.
I might try to end it with the fire. Like I don't know.
Oh, but you're never signing up for like a VGC tournament.
Maybe not with that team. That's just my story team.
Okay. Yeah, I'm already breeding for my VGC.
No,
run
you're
this
really
year.
good.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Trick Room,
Right.
Oranguru,
Right.
Aegislash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I have Golisopod in there,
Mm-hmm.
and then Mudsdale so far, and then
Dang.
Torkoal.
For like your beat 'em up team, like this is
Yeah.
the team you want to use.
Yeah, that's what that's how I'm gonna start with. Everybody's using the Tapus. Like they're the
Tapu
legendary.
Koko.
Yeah, Tapu Koko, Tapu Lele, Tapu Bulu, and Tapu something
Sweet,
else.
I've only met one.
Yeah. Anyways.
Gosh, I'm so far behind.
Yeah, they're using all of those, but I think I'm just gonna. I feel like and then there's like a Ultra Beast that people are using, Celesteela, which is
I haven't even met them in the game. I know they're a thing, but I don't even know.
I think it's Steel something.
Okay.
Dark.
But the meta is already formed. Like
It's pretty. It's like it's. Yeah, so you're seeing
like it's
you're
not
seeing
yet.
tons of Gyarados. You're seeing
okay.
tons of Tapu Lele. That's the electric one, right? I think
Tapu Koko.
Tapu Koko. I think Tapu Koko is
Which is the one
electric.
that I know. You're
Yeah,
welcome.
Yeah. So those two are in there a lot. Mimikyu
Nice.
is around quite a bit.
Nice.
What else have I been seeing? The Psychic Tapu, which I can't think. I think that one's
That's
Lele.
fine. That's fine.
What else? I'm trying to think. Like, there's a good 4 Pokemon that are like always seem to be showing up.
Huh.
Yeah.
So it's like the meta has not yet been birthed.
It's
but
getting
it's
close.
growing.
It's getting close.
It's growing.
Like you need to have a counter for all your all the Tapus.
Wow.
For sure. I mean, but they're
So
all
they're legit legendaries.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Wow.
But and the thing is, they bring a terrain.
That's right.
So like the psychic terrain pretty much cancels out any
Dark, right? Like
or just any priority moves.
Oh.
So if you like if you're gonna play and you see somebody like with a Kangaskhan, you're like, oh well, he's gonna pop Fake Out immediately.
Right.
So then you bring in the psychic one, so it's Fake Out's gone.
Wow.
Yeah, you can't sucker punch. First
Right.
impression on the Glisopod's out. Like it's
Wow.
yeah. Then you have the electric one, which keeps anybody from getting any like paralyzes or sleeps.
Wow.
Yeah, dude, they're
Wow.
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and then a couple of the Ultra Beasts are like
Real good too.
Yep. So you have to like.
There's like this game is
It's I mean it's crazy too because it's been out for like 3 weeks.
right.
And so like I don't even have my team bred yet.
Right.
And there's already people like the meta's already starting to like
Yeah, it's coming together.
congeal.
Yeah.
Ugh, whatever.
Oof.
I'm excited. By next week
Well, I'm enjoying the story.
by next week I'll already have a rating. Like I'm already.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I can't wait.
No, that's awesome.
So, and then comic books.
Those.
Oh, that's right. We talk about those every once in a while. Yeah.
And so today, right now, we want to talk about a very special kind of comic book.
No, they're not. Don't. They're
It's
bad.
special, but it's unique.
No, they're not. I'm gonna be pulling my
more or
sleeves down
less.
this whole show. Guys, start a counter. See how many times I pull my sleeves down.
Yeah, and every time he does, you have to pick your nose and feed your neighbor. So
Never
I don't know.
never played that game.
Nobody wins.
Well, your nose does. And you
Hey.
can breathe better.
True. So we're gonna talk about annuals and one shots.
Spoilers. I don't like them.
Yeah, I don't know if you picked up on that before, but so as far as I understand, a one shot is just a one. It's just a one book, right? Am I right? Am I right?
So, I want to get technical here. A one shot is a one shot
Oh,
where there's only one shot at getting the story out.
that is true.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then an annual.
Well, that's my analysis.
Nice.
Back to you.
I wonder what an annual is. Comes out once a year.
Oh, I thought it was. Never mind.
No, it's fine. And so we're gonna talk about this because sometimes they happen. And thinking about them, you know, it's one of those things where, well, I guess, is it worth it? Or what's the point?
Yeah, but like,
or is it worth it?
no. Well, good talk.
Sweet. No, okay, because here's something that I was thinking about. I was thinking
Okay.
about like we read a lot of indie books. I mean,
Yeah, but and see that's
no, hang on. So I know.
I don't like
feels.
annuals.
I know you don't. Okay, well, we read a lot of indie books, and indie books aren't necessarily ongoing.
Right.
You see a lot of annuals, specifically, not necessarily
Yeah.
one shots, but you see a lot of annuals taking the place of
It's that-
maybe a month, or
it's that
it's
fifth,
adding.
or it's that fifth weeker.
That's usually when it usually comes out
Yeah.
in a fifth week, a fifth Wednesday of a month. But for books who are ongoing.
Yeah, and they're usually the bigger books.
Right.
Like I don't think
Like I brought one with me today.
I'm trying to think of like what some of the lower books, like not lower books, but lesser selling books.
What about Batman?
That's
Boom.
Dude, I have okay, so our topic
Cover's
later.
Sweet though.
Our topic. So if you're watching this piece by piece, conversation by conversation, the conversation we're gonna have on Thursday, I'm gonna also use some information from that right now. There is no other DC book that outsells Batman.
Batman is the #1 seller.
Yeah, by a large amount.
For good reason.
Yeah.
He's the dopest dope.
Yeah, in 2015, only once did his book drop below top 10
Wow.
for books sold that month.
Man, I can't wait to get into more tidbits he might have for us.
Yeah, so.
But this is the annual that came out last week. Doesn't matter because who knows when this is going on the internet. But it is the most recent one.
As long as no technical difficulties, hopefully the second week of December.
Yeah. But see, because I stopped reading just Batman, even though you've said it's still good.
I like it.
Yeah. But I thought that, like, hey, what if this is like a cool catch up or a jumping in point or just like a story that might work, because it's just it's just an annual. It's just a one shot or whatever. It's just.
But sometimes they're not one shots. Sometimes they continue from the previous annual.
Right.
And then I got to break out the old annual to get the new, so I can capture the new story.
Right. But that's why I wanted to jump in. I wanted to see what the story was, if it was interesting. This one doesn't do that. It doesn't jump in. It's definitely a compilation of short stories.
Or a compilation?
That's what I said.
Yeah, sure it is. This feels like such a money grab. It's like, oh, hey, I bet you we can get Batman fans or Iron Man, because they do, and Spider-Man 17.1 crap, where they're like, oh, the fans we can actually get 2 or 3 extra books sold to those fans, and they're just cash grabs. They're just I feel like they're total cash grabs. I really do. Yeah,
well, because what else are they going to do with that 5th week? They have to put books out.
Okay.
I don't know. They can't. I don't know. I don't know. It's weird. I'm not a publisher with
I feel like there are other things they could do that besides.
Okay, but if we're talking about the big 2, what do they do that's not a cash grab?
I mean, you could try what if instead of the annuals and the one shots, they start testing the market for new stories, new characters.
Yeah. What if? I don't know.
I would buy that. And that adds value to something, right?
Sure.
Because now
to the new thing?
Yeah.
The new IP?
Yeah, because it's okay, we don't know if we want to test. We don't want to put 12 books out on this thing. So let's test this one. Let's put 2, split the book in half.
Okay.
Do 2 short stories with a couple new characters.
Okay.
And see how the fan response is.
Okay.
And if fans respond well to one, then we can start working that character into the DC universe.
Oh yeah.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
And it would give more opportunity to up and coming writers and artists, because you can you're not tapping your A squad for that stuff. But
right.
I just think you could do so much more than sell me another freaking book of a character that doesn't need more. Batman has 7 different books.
Yeah.
There's a whole shelf at our store for Batman.
Yeah, remember when I was only reading out of Gotham?
Oh my
And
gosh.
it was way too much, but hey, it was great for that time.
Yeah. I mean, I don't get me wrong, I like Batman, but I get
It was good. And what I said, DC and Marvel, they will put out good stuff. It's not just
I'm not saying this is a bad book.
I just feel like they do get more crap than they deserve when it comes to cash grabs.
They're a business, so they're supposed to make money.
Right.
I get that.
Right.
But I feel like not every single thing has to be they're just running this into the ground.
Yeah.
I read an article this week that said DC would do so much better in the movie universe if they would just forget Batman.
Whoa.
And he made some really good points.
Okay.
Because all of us have our preconceived idea of what our Batman, what he does, how he does it, this thing, that thing.
Yeah.
And he's bigger than what he is, right?
Okay.
He's a legend that's still around.
Yeah, it's kind of like your fantasy is always going to be better than whatever the reality
right.
is.
And so they can't do anything completely right with that.
Right.
So get him out of the way. He's too big. He's the
True.
I want the immovable object for people.
Yeah.
So let's just forget about him and let's get Superman, because he's freaking really close to Batman in people's minds.
True.
And let's start tapping into some of these other characters Cyborg or whatever, or even if you want to stay in the Batman family, Like, start making Damien movies.
Oh,
People love Damien.
wait, seriously, he is only growing in popularity. I hear so many murmurs about Damien and like his rise into the spotlight. Like,
yeah,
it's happening.
But see, this is why I like indie comics, because we don't get this.
Some random chapter that has nothing to do with anything.
Right. It adds nothing to continuity. It adds like do you know how hard it is to tell like an in-depth story with 22 pages? I mean, you have to introduce introduce the conflict, and end it in one book. Like they used to do all the time, but those stories weren't exactly like super deep,
like campy and
like Frank Miller had to like he did quite a few. Like Daredevil has a couple like memorable one-shot issues. Like there's one where like, but see, a lot of times they followed up like longer story arcs. So like, Bullseye ends up like being paralyzed.
Oh,
Daredevil, I think it's like this is back when they used to run books to like the hundreds, like 364 or whatever.
Okay.
And so Daredevil goes to him in the hospital and is like in his like hospital room, and just whips out a gun and like points it at him, and there's one bullet, and Daredevil starts doing the spinny thing.
What?
Yeah, and
to Bullseye?
Yeah, and he's going through like this whole story about like, you know, what separates me from you, and like this, that, and the other, and blah 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 blah. And then, you know, in the end, obviously, like, spoilers, doesn't shoot him. And like that's a one shot. They tell the whole story in one issue.
Nice.
But like, first of all, it's Frank Miller, who was a comic genius.
He knows a thing or two.
Right.
Or three or four.
And
then some more.
I knew it was coming, and I just had to wait.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Good.
It's like highly dramatic, but the conflict was clearly set up before they got there. Right?
From like other books?
Right. So you know that Daredevil has this major conflict with like Bullseye, because he literally like doubled into freaking Elektra, and like this is after that when Bullseye kills Elektra.
Oh, so that happens.
Yeah, hey, look, Tex, we're super professional.
No, it was I knew I was going to get this phone call.
What is it?
It's fine. It doesn't matter.
Can I look at your crotch? That's what we're doing, right?
Yeah, look, that's where it is. You found the phone spot. That's where it is right now.
That person had the same last name as you, but their first name was weird.
I know, right? I have contacts in my phone.
In his crotch.
Done in a specific way.
Yeah.
So, one shots.
So, okay. But this is why I like, and for me in this like never-ending comic book reading journey, I like indies because I get like 6 issues and it's done.
Yep.
But see, here's the great part. Rough Riders.
Yeah.
7 issues.
Yep.
April to November.
Yeah.
Was their storyline.
Yeah.
It did well.
Yeah.
They're bringing it back in February for Rough Riders Volume 2.
Nice.
And it's not even called Volume 2. It's like just another story arc.
Right. Rough Riders.
Where they're
8.
like, but they're like following up like 3 years after what happens in the first. And I'm like, that's great. Like, so we're getting more of that story.
Yes.
And it'll probably run for like 6 or 7 issues. It's not going to be a continuation thing.
Yep.
But in between all of that, guess what we're getting?
What?
Not Rough Riders annual and one shot. And Rough Riders meets, you know, Black Eyed Kids meets Insects meets, you know, and then they're all going to travel to another planet where they can meet the replica guys. And yeah. And then, the girl from Super Zero is going to show up. And, look, it's a big old party. And we're all going to be at a pool. You know, because they used to do that in the 90s with the X-Men.
True.
You ever seen those?
No.
Where Jim Lee would draw like everybody in like
those
swimwear, and
they're
most of the women are naked.
Of course.
Yeah.
More or less.
Yeah.
But hey,
Wolverine's pecs are huge.
Let me
and
drop
hairy.
this one on you.
Drop it.
Animosity is getting a one shot.
Why?
Because it's like a little snippet of a piece of the story from a different time or something like that.
I'm
getting it.
I will buy it in the hopes that it can pertinent to the story.
Okay. Yeah, see, that's what happened with this one. It wasn't pertinent, but it did introduce a villain that's going to be in the main book. So there's definitely a story in here that's like, hey, you want to know more? Better go buy the rest of our books, sort of thing.
I'm okay with like that. I'm okay with
like introducing something. And
because that's what they're kind of doing, right? Like I just said, like why don't they introduce other stuff? But that's not typical. Right. They do not. It's usually just Batman's late for Christmas, and Joker's doing something, so he has to stop the Joker and still make it to Alfred and Robin in time. Right. It's that kind of crap. So it's if I'm even cool. I'm actually more cool with the fact that they're introducing something in the like to get introduced in Batman. That's good. Like that's cool.
Yeah.
But
And that story was cool until it just ends, and it was just like, oh, cliffhanger.
but see, like with Animosity, like I have a feeling I would be willing to bet that it's going to introduce some aspect of the Animosity world in that one shot that we don't know about.
Yeah, absolutely. I bet it will.
To make the other book.
Yep.
Better.
So, like, I'm not saying don't pick up this book. I mean, if you like Batman, you'll probably enjoy it.
I feel like we don't have to promote Batman.
No, I'm not. I'm just.
Also, can I bring up?
Can I say though, like, we like Batman?
We do.
I don't want to.
I read the Batman.
Much of a hypocrite.
I just want to bring up the
All-Star
fact
Batman.
that this is the first time a non-indie book has been right here.
There it is.
And of course, it had to be Batman.
But how else are you going to get an annual or one shot?
Apparently, Animosity is doing one.
Didn't want to wait. All right.
Oh, look, it's Batman.
See, again, like, we can't.
We like Batman.
We like Batman.
We do.
Still do. That's why I wanted to give the one shot
a
shot.
I think I'm wearing Batman underwear. Do you want to see?
Maybe later. Like.
Subscribe on Patreon.
Not
and
now.
I'll show you my. We don't even have Patreon. I'm just kidding.
No, we don't.